You are listening to Basement Chronicles with Lisa Dublin, episode number 31. Hey, you made it! Welcome to my basement. I'm Lisa Dublin, a health and life coach, and I help professional and executive women to live, lead, and speak with confidence. Because you know what? Developing your confidence and deepening your faith in God is the best formula for an amazing life. So, are you ready? Let's go. Hey, podcast listeners, how's everybody doing today? I've got a question for you. What do you do when you don't know what to do next? That's what we want to talk about today. But before we do, I've got something to share with you. Now, I wonder if your youth group or your staff retreat or your leaders conference or professional association is looking for a speaker. You guys, I'm just fired up about speaking right now. It's one of the things that I do. I'm sure you know that by now. I've traveled quite a bit this year to speak and to perform, and I want to bring my talents to your event. So let me be your next keynote speaker. Not only do I bring the energy and communicate big ideas effectively and simply to an audience, I also create an entire vibe, okay? I leave an audience believing in themselves and in the possibility of more. Your people will thank you for doing something different and special by inviting me to be the speaker at your next event. So go to my website, lisamdublin.com/speaking, and book me to speak. I've been speaking for more than 20 years. Can you believe it? And lately, just traveling to speak, I have just opened my eyes to the possibilities that exist. And so I want to bring it to the stage wherever you are. So, book me and we can take pictures together and I can get to meet you in person finally and really impact your organization. So, let's get started with today's topic. What do you do when you don't know what to do next? Many times, in my business and in my personal life, I come to a crossroads. It's a time when I'm not satisfied with what I'm doing, feeling, or being. And I know that I should be doing more. I know that I want to take a new direction, but sometimes, like you, I don't know what to do. I'm sure that has happened to you. So I need to ask you right now, what do you do in those moments of indecision when you feel stuck? I think, first of all, it depends on where you feel that uncertainty and what the consequences are for not knowing or doing something different. If you are digging yourself into a hole, for example, the number one rule is to stop digging. If you are broke and bleeding money, stop. If you are harming yourself by continuing to do a certain action, there's no indecision in that, you guys. We just have to stop. You cannot continue to destroy yourself while trying to figure out how to rebuild yourself. If you are doing something that is to your detriment, just please stop. If you're digging a hole, stop. However, from my experience and perhaps yours as well, not every situation we face is so clearly black and white, okay or not okay, do nothing or destroy yourself. Sometimes in life, in business, in relationships, in our personal habits even, we come across big questions that we don't have answers to. Let me give you a couple examples. What should I be doing now? Is this right? Am I doing all I can in my business right now? Am I doing all I can for my children or in my relationship? What new thing can I try? Is this really working? Should I continue with this idea? Should I continue with this relationship? What is the value of this? In those types of situations, when I can't find the answers that I need, I keep on walking along the path that I've chosen, but with my eyes, my ears, and my heart wide open, expecting that the answer will meet me along the way. And it usually does, sometimes unexpectedly. It might come the next day or in 3 weeks or in 6 months or even a year. But I've come to realize that the answers to the things that we ask about and inquire of ourselves and of life These answers you will find when you approach life with patience, humility, and of course, expectation. The key is to keep moving in the direction that you think forward is, honestly, until you learn otherwise or until you get so validated in your chosen course that you stop just walking or limping along and you get the impetus to run and leap into momentum. But the way to get the answers, in my opinion, is to keep on moving. In business, that makes so much sense. I think like the number one reason between being an academic, which I have been, and being an entrepreneur is the practicality of the journey. There are times when I was at university back in the day that I had the luxury to just simply disappear into my cave. That's what I called it. So you can see me right now in the studio with the air quotes. I used to disappear into my cave, and that was to think big thoughts and not engage with the world because I was simply ruminating on life. As an entrepreneur, there has to be a machine to your business, a way to keep things running every day, even on the days that I don't feel like, even when I feel like taking time off to think things out well, thoroughly, completely. Nope. Even though you don't have it all figured out, you've got to show up. You have to put out your posts, send out the emails, make the proposals, go out and meet people, engage in networking. You have to see your business as providing a valuable service and never lose sight of that fact. If you shut down, stop reaching out, or don't make offers, people will not know where to turn to you for help. I think that the compensation for the discomfort of showing up when you don't feel like and when you don't know is that your business continues to grow and evolve because you are not afraid of that discomfort and you're actually walking yourself through it. So this is my encouragement to you to keep on going even when you don't know all the answers. The answers will find you, but they won't come when you're standing still. I think this concept works in every aspect of life. Now that I'm the mother of 3 sons, of teenage sons, I move with a lot of uncertainty. Even after praying about things, seeking advice, listening to all the podcasts on parenting, and reading all the books, I still function in uncertainty sometimes. No one can tell us what to do as parents. So, for example, some of my questions lately have been, do I homeschool or not? Do I let the boys grow out their hair or insist on them having normal, regular haircuts? When you don't know, you just experiment, right? You let go sometimes, you pull back, you evaluate, you observe, and then you make the best decision that you can with what you have. I love this quote from Byron Katie. She says, "Everyone is doing the best they can with what they have." Why do I love this quote? Because I think it speaks of humility, acceptance, but a quiet fire to be the best that you can be, but in a logical and measured way. As a coach too, for example, I have certain questions about how to coach well and what will work best for my clients, but every single day I've got to show up for my clients. I have to be open to where they want to go, doing my very best to be present and to be the guide that they need. I've figured out that along the way, I will find the answers to my questions, and I have had to learn to be okay with not knowing. Some people just get paralyzed with the uncertainty of life. They insist, like a spoiled child, that they have to see the big picture, that they will not make a move if they don't know all the facts and don't know what the end result will be. If you have that kind of attitude, honestly, life is going to be very difficult for you. Or it's going to be so safe that you will never realize your full potential because you will only be looking only as far as you can see. I think the compensation for uncertainty is the one shot at greatness. The compensation for the discomfort of feeling like an imposter but going forward anyways is the possibility that you will get it right. And the compensation for not knowing is the satisfaction of feeling satisfied finally. I hope this helps you to keep on putting one foot in front of the other. Let me know what you think of today's podcast. And you know what? Can I ask you to, if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, I hope you have subscribed to Basement Chronicles. I would love if you could leave a review for me. The reviews help Apple to bump up the podcast in the personal development sphere. And I do believe that it's providing value from everything that everyone is saying to me. So I want to continue. So Kia, give me that encouragement to continue by leaving a review on Apple. Anyways, you guys, I will see you in the next episode. Bye. Thank you so much for listening today. Now, I know that you prioritize your growth and success. So if you feel stuck in any area of your life, why don't you consider life coaching? My signature program, How to Get Unstuck Total Transformation, has helped so many professional and executive women to free themselves of limiting beliefs and habits, learn to love and prioritize themselves, set firm boundaries and stick to them, be more confident, move up exponentially in their careers, and become the best versions of themselves. How badly do you want to get unstuck? How badly do you want to be the best version of you? If you desire more, take the first step right now. Go to my website, lisamdublin.com/coaching and book a consultation with me. Let's talk about your coaching needs, because the life you want is totally possible.